What's going on, Den Dogs? It is your president and host, Daryl Keith Hennon, a.k.a. the Fairweather Rugby Fan, joining you once again in a pregame video, the last one of the 2023 season, as we welcome the Chicago Hounds to Choctaw Stadium tomorrow afternoon, 5 o'clock kickoff, of course. Man, it is going to be a hot one. We're doing a tailgate Law E, but also to mention, it is the official, unofficial Pride Night brought to you by the Jackal Den. I know I've got something special planned. I'm pretty sure everybody else does. It's also 1980s night, so it works out great to where we can be colorful and crazy and cheer on the boys one last time for this year. Hopefully come away with a third win. Some teams coming away with a third win. Hopefully, it's the good guys at home. Also, 25% discount on the merch booth, as that has been advertised all over. And we still have all kinds of goodies and merchandise over at the Jackal Den store, including those sweet scarves that I keep mentioning over and over again. I've got one right here. I mean, come on. Look, come on, man. That's mean. $15 can get you one from Rick Collins. He will be the man with the plan on those. So once again, yes, tailgate, 3:30 p.m., Lot E. I can't promise I'm going to be there super early because it is going to be bloody hot. I think 34 Celsius at kickoff, and which is like 93, 94 Fahrenheit. I am a fat boy, and I'm not ready for that heat, but I'm going to be out there. We were cool enough last weekend where they let us sit in the end zones under the shade until of a little bit of overcast in the building. We were able to go down to the rest of the seats, but I will be out there. I will be beating my drum as loud as I can one last time, and then hanging out upstairs, man, Jack Daniels Club after the game. So let's go ahead and look at this lineup. The big debate, especially amongst us in the Jackal Den, was like, hey, what kind of lineup is Sam Harris sending down here? And they ain't playing games. They're sending a strong side down here, so it's going to take everything we got to make this win happen. So once again, they are coached by Australian, who's born in New Zealand, Sam Harris. He was mostly a rugby league player, honestly. They have the exact same record we have right now. A win for them against Utah, basically ending Utah's playoff chances. I think you saw the memes where they're like standing over the grave, and yeah, it was pretty hilarious. But let's go ahead and look at the visiting Chicago Hounds here. The front row will consist of Lerome White, Canadian international Lindsay Stevens, and Paddy Ryan, USA Eagle Paddy Ryan. The second row will consist of John Cullen and Malaysian-born Duke Krishnan. Former Jackal Mike Matarazzo makes his return at number 6, with McLean Jones and Tineshe Muchina. He is born in Zimbabwe. That will be the back row. Sidney Shoup will be doing the scrum half duties for the Hounds, with Luke Carty, a name we all know very, very well. He's been around this league for a bit at fly half. The wings, I brought it up in the Spanish version of this video, which will be posted around the same time. It is rough. I did the best I could. Hopefully, our Spanish-speaking fans have a heart. But Julian Dominguez will be the left wing, with Michael Basca, the right wing. That's going to be a nice little interesting Campbell Johnstone versus Julian Dominguez. And, yeah. And then Luis Atama versus Michael Basca. Billy Meeks, the Aussie-born player, and captaining at number 13 is Bryce Campbell, the USA Eagle. And rounding it all out will be Chris Matina. Front row replacements of Abel Thornton, the Scottish-born Thornton, and Felix, with Dotson and D-Wall being the back row placements. D-Wall, the South African-born. Taylor Strum and South African-born USA Eagle JP Eloff will make up the rounding 23-man roster for the Chicago Hounds. Now we go over here. I'm doing all this off my cell phone. I didn't do notes this week. But starting at loosehead prop, we have Canadian international Liam Murray. Thomas Baravalle once again gets the start, the URC veteran there at hooker. Tight head prop will be JP, Juan Pablo, Jean-P. Zeiss, the ex-Los Puma there. Tight head prop, that was, like I said, Juan P. Zeiss. Second row guys will be future USA Eagle Sam Gola and his reliable partner, who, if any of you guys follow either of them on social media, damn, they like to mess with each other a lot. But him and Lucas Burr, I mean, it was like videos of him like poking at him. It's cool to see that kind of like friendship amongst locks, because locks usually need to be like this, man. I mean, you know, the best locking duo in the world was Victor Matfield and Bucky Sputa, and they were like this, man. I know some of you are going to argue, hey, man, that's not the best. That was the best in my book. Open side flanker, our Capitan, El Granjero, the farmer. Instead of planting seeds, he's planting dudes on their butts. El Granjero himself, Geronimo Gomez Vara, will be starting at blindside flanker. His opposite, the mustache. I mean, I know Sam Gola's got a pretty sweet one, but man, El Bigote, Conrad Aurora, he had it first. The power, he's told me the power comes from it, and I'm going to agree with him on that. And at number 8, the league leading tackler, Namibian international Adrian Boyson. That dude has been a Mack truck this year, basically, for us. The scrum half getting the start once again. The Jackal Den reigning man of the match, Hot Wheels Danny Christensen, or another good one I heard, DC9, because he's a Jet. Yeah. Anyways, great little one there, DC9. I'm still going to stick with Hot Wheels. And starting once again at fly half is Ale Torres. The wings this week are going to be Mai Uso, Louis Satama, and Campbell Soups Johnstone, the first try scorer in Dallas Jackals history. Same exact pairing as always at center there. Recent signee Thomas Kubia. Got your name right, bro. And Tommy Milanos. And once again at fullback, Marco Moroni. The run-ons we've got this week are from the Boogie Down Bronx, Alex Tucci, Dewey Kutsia, the kid from Edmonton, the man of the match a few weeks back, and Logan himself, Kyle Steeves. He's got the bitchin' like facial hair. He's Canadian. He's Logan from X-Men. He's Logan, man. That's his name. Big Mike Neuromatoga. Big Mike, Grande Mike in Spanish. The Fijian Godzilla. Jesus, man. I got a photo. I'm hoping it gets posted. Like some official guy took a photo. That guy towers over me. Like he's like massively tall. Smiles all the time. Nicest guy in the world. And Cam Nelson, the University of West Virginia grad. The pepperoni roll guy. That's what his family told me. James Viafale, the Uso from Arizona, will be a back replacement, along with JP Aguirre. The Argentine qualifies for USA. And rounding it all out, former USA Falcon, Jason Tidwell, the Texas kid. So, as I had said in the Spanish video, if, this is not going to be an easy game. This is going to be a tough one, man, because they want to win just as bad as we do. Now, if our forward pack is much better than theirs, in my personal opinion, and if they could do their job and we don't turn it into a kicking game, I think we've got a good chance here. The real X factor I feel for them is their centers, but I think we've got good ones. But Julian Dominguez on wing, he's got size and speed, and he can burn you. So we're going to have to learn to stay out wide. Campbell is definitely going to need a scrum cap because he's going to need to be able to take a good hit for us on that one. But I think our bench, much better than their bench outside of JPL. Off, is really friggin' good too. But I think we have just as good of a chance this week as we do any week that we've gone out, except for the weeks we've gotten blown out. But, it's the last home game, guys. Come on out, support these guys. I think about where we were a year ago, and it's not anywhere even close. Now, granted, yeah, you probably wanted more than 3 wins, but we had a meeting with the office guys. We always do the Jackal Den guys once a month. It's usually the first Wednesday or second Wednesday of the month, and the vibe has just been totally different this year. On the field with the guys. I mean, even coming in the Jack Daniels Club, everybody's clapping. It's not so gloomy and doomy. Like, we know there's a couple of things that could have, there were several of these games we lost this season that were by a couple of points. It was just a bounce of the ball. I feel like that happened last week. It was just a bounce of the ball, man. We were just, luck was not on our side. last weekend. Hopefully luck will be on this side. Like I said, once again, unofficial Pride night. It's 80s night, so I don't think you're going to be able to tell the difference. It's going to be colorful. I mean, even my fiance is going to be wearing a fanny pack, bringing it back. You will not be able to miss me running around. That's what I've got planned for you guys. I will not reveal it. You'll see tomorrow at the game. I will stick out like a sore thumb, like I always do. I mean, the fat dude with tattoos and a mullet, I always stick out. But like I said, one last chance for us to cheer on these boys. Let's give them everything they need to get behind it. Let's like last week, we've been seeing it a lot. Last week especially, I mean, when we got down there, we're beating on the drum, and they're feeding off of it. They're feeding off of our energy, and we need to give them some good energy to come through with a W and close out the season strong on a winning note. But until the next time, obviously, hopefully we'll be doing a winning video. You always know after we win, I come up with the best memes, the best everything, and hopefully I'll be able to do that this week. But until next time, this is the Jackal Den podcast made by the big fan, this big fan, for you guys, the fans. Cheers, guys.